Hey folks, my name is Mike Tango Whiskey. I run a YouTube channel by the same name, and I've had that channel for about 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks. And in that 2 week time frame, I have gained about 80,000 views, almost 5,000 watch hours, and just over 1,500 subscribers as of tonight. And I have no idea how that happened. So I'm not sure why I'm posting this video. I went on YouTube and I looked at other videos, and apparently those numbers are pretty good. Like that amount of organic growth in that time frame is pretty good. But all the videos I watched said things like, here's the strategy to reach those numbers, or here's the plan, or the things you need to do, or here's my advice. I don't have any of that because I'm not sure how this happened. Okay. So this is not a strategy. I have no tricks or secrets because I really don't understand what's happening. So, um, but I have tried to do some things with this channel, and I want to walk you through those things that I've tried to do because it seems to be working. And then maybe by hearing that, if you are someone who's wanting to get into content creation, maybe this will inspire you to do it and show you that it's possible. That's somebody who no experience, no could get it done, right? Could make it happen. Or maybe some YouTube creators out there that are smarter than me can identify some things in this video that maybe they can share with other people that might be working, and we can learn together, right? But I'm happy about it. I'm grateful for it, but it's a little bit of a mystery to me. But I'm excited. So, without further ado, so the channel is a prepping channel. It's an area that I've got some experience in, but so it is kind of focused on that. But I was thinking that this video, if it does well, that it'll probably go outside of that realm a little bit. So that's why I'm talking to a broader audience. Usually I'd just be addressing folks, my subscribers who are primarily into preparedness and things like that. But so I wanted to walk through the 5 things that I think I've been trying to do with this channel, and yeah, that way we could just learn together maybe what's working and what's not. So first thing I thought about, I wrote down passion. So I think if you're gonna make a channel, I even hesitate to say you should, because again, I'm in no position to give you advice. Here's what I did. I started a channel about a topic that I was already passionate about, that I have fun dabbling in, and I have a little bit of expertise, just a little bit of expertise. I've been into prepping for a while. I have a little bit of a military background. I've got some training in this space too. So I've been doing it for a while, and yeah, I love it. It's a blast. I love collecting water bottles and backpacks and all the stuff, right? Security, weapons, ammunition, camping gear, all the stuff. I just enjoy it, and I'm trying to get my family to enjoy it too. So I think the first thing that I did or tried to do was to start a channel on a topic that I'm already passionate about. And I have lots of thoughts and lots of opinions. Like I've got a backlog of video ideas in my brain. I can't put them out fast enough. I put one out and then it creates 3 more ideas for adjacent videos. Oh, I should do one on this. I should do one on this. I should do. So I already feel like I'm behind the curve because I've got so much content up here that I want to get out on the channel. And I think being passionate about it and having some experience in that area has helped me in that area. So that's the first thing, is passion. The second thing is I wrote down the word gap. I don't really see this on YouTube. So I watch all the prepping YouTubes in this area, in this kind of field or content area, whatever you want to call it. I watch all the videos. I probably watch all the same videos that all the other people are watching, Grand Thumb, and there's a bunch of other big like gun tubers in this space, or preparedness guys in this space, people in this space. And I've watched all of them. And what I've noticed is I keep in my brain like picturing this bell curve, right? And that's a metaphor that I use with my audience a lot. And on this bell curve, most of the content that I see is on the edges of that. So in the preparedness space, it's like former Navy SEALs, like tier 1 operators. Everybody listens to them, right? They're pros, they're experts. Then over here, you've got like the woodsmen, bushcrafters, off-grid homesteaders types. And what I've found, I'm really neither one of those things. I'm squarely in the middle. I live in the suburbs, I work in the city, I've got a bunch of kids, I've got a job, I drive a minivan, but I still consider myself a prepper. So I didn't really see much content out there for people like me. And I think there's a bunch more of us. So I saw a genuine gap in content on YouTube, videos that I wanted to see myself in that just weren't out there. So I thought, well, I guess I'm going to be that guy then. I guess if nobody's kind of in that, because I saw a lot of videos that said you should find your niche. And very quickly through my comments, like interacting with my commenters and the type of content that I'm posting, I think I found that niche. Is it niche? I don't know. I found that segment really quickly, and I fine tuned. I had this paragraph of description on my channel. I kind of narrowed it down. So it's a prepping channel for those in the meaty part of the curve, that 68%, that sweet spot right in the middle. We're not operators and we're not homesteaders, but I still want my family to make it through some sort of disaster, right? So I think I narrowed down that segment pretty quickly, and those are my peeps. Like they're telling me in the comments, I'm right there. I'm in the curve. I'm right there with you. I live in the suburbs. I work in the. There's lots of other people like so. I'm that person, and I just started doing content that I would find interesting, and that was true to me. I didn't try to become something that I wasn't. Um, and also, I wanted to make a comment on cool. This is going to sound weird coming from me, because I'm not cool now, but I used to be cool. I was cool for a long time. And something I noticed about cool, this is true. What is going to be cool next is the opposite of what is currently cool, right? And I know that YouTube has kind of reached this saturation point of just really slick. I remember 10 years ago watching Casey Neistat with his camera work, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's it!" Like 12 different camera angles to show a cup of coffee being brewed. It's incredible. We need to, with the tripods and the this and the this. It's like a movie making almost. And then everybody started copying that, and you get that today. And I think what's that clip that went viral recently of that fitness influencer and his morning routine? Getting up at like I don't know, like 2:48 or something, and like all the camera angles. And we watched this supposedly 4-hour morning routine that we all know took him 12 hours to shoot that, right, with the tripods and the lighting and it's just I don't think people are believing it anymore. So I think there's this. So what's the opposite of that really polished, highly edited, production value? It's this. Um, yeah. So in the prepping space, I'll give you one more example. I remember when uh, AR pistols were not very popular. Everybody thought they were stupid, and that's because you could only have a buffer tube on it. Well, then SB Tactical came up with their little brace, so it made it temporarily anyway. It was legal to have a shorter AR. So suddenly, short ARs were all the rage, even though everybody hated them before that. Well, then the laws kind of caught up with that and started challenging some of that, that short AR pistol realm. And then suddenly, what became popular next? Long guns. Everybody suddenly got into precision shooting, right? Well, it was the opposite of what was currently cool. When I was in school, my pants covered my shoes. I wore Jankos. I was a hip hop breakdancer, and then skinny jeans became popular. What are the kids wearing now? It's the flare, right? So whatever is the opposite of what's currently cool. And I look at creators out there like Sam Sulek, the 21-year-old bodybuilder guy. He just talks into a camera for like 2 hours, and people, I don't know, they just watch him the whole time. That blew people away, and he grew very, very fast, right? Very, very quickly. Or is it Dry Creek? I forget the guy with the big beard giving like fatherly advice. Dry Creek Wrangler or something. He shot up too. So I think this arena, this kind of style, the opposite of what was cool, is now becoming cool, especially on YouTube. And it seems like things are going that way. So okay, so passion, find that gap, what you're not seeing on YouTube. That sounds like advice. Here's what I did. I started a channel about something I was passionate about. I felt like I was creating material or content that I didn't see out there. The third thing is real. I wrote down the word real. Uh, these are my clothes. If you look closely, there's a blood stain on this shirt where I cut myself earlier, right? This is my garage. Before I had a YouTube channel, these are the same tools I had on the wall. This is my workbench. This is the area where I chill out in my garage. This is not a set. Right now, I did buy a little light. I have a little light up here to cast some better light on my head, but the rest of these lights are, this is reality. This is not a set. It's not a production. I didn't buy any props. I'm not wearing any props. This is my hat. These are my clothes, right? Um, it, I would not do a YouTube channel if it wasn't low effort. If I had to take these videos and and cut them and edit them, and I've heard of creators out there, I've watched videos where they're like, I spend a whole day editing my video. I ain't got time for that. I would not do it if it was that much effort. So me starting a channel had to be low effort. So I'm shooting on my phone. I got a little tripod from Amazon. I got a couple of them. And this light, I've probably spent $100 on equipment, very low bar of entry, and I don't edit. I don't do any editing. Oh, and I bought this little microphone because I used to wear the things and it would rub on my beard and it sounded like crackling. Ruined a couple videos, but I bought this guy too. So it's very low. It's very low effort, right? I wrote down effort. It's very low effort. I don't do a script. I don't do. Here are my notes. Look at my notes. I wrote down 5 things that I wanted to talk about. Right, just scribbled it on a piece of paper. If it was high effort, I would not be able to do it. So I've produced a video about every 2 days over the past 2 weeks, sometimes more than that, a mix of like long and short. And I wouldn't be able to pump out that much content if this was complicated. The most complication I've got is I got iMovie on my phone where I can do one clip and then a second video and it joins them together for me. That's as fancy as I've gotten. And then of course the microphone and the tripods. But outside of that, any more production value and it'd be outside of my scope. I don't have time with my family and my job and all that stuff. The other thing about being real is, and I've gotten that feedback in the comments. They're like, you seem like a regular dude. You seem like a real dude because this is me. If I was to like come on here with weapons and like camo and all the stuff, I would be pretending to be something I'm not, right? So I think the right posture. I've tried to keep who I am at the forefront, not be something I'm not, and confess to my audience when I'm doing something that's out of character, off brand, right? Because this is the only brand that I have. I don't have time to create some persona or anything, and I have no interest in doing that, to be honest. The idea of creating a persona that I have to maintain for years and years, that's gross. I have no interest in doing that, right? If what I do and who I am is enough, wonderful. I'm grateful and I thank you. But if it's not, oh well. I gave it a shot. So and also when I don't pretend to be an expert. So I know a little bit about a lot of things. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. So I don't, when I don't know, I say I don't know. And I've let my audience teach me. I've let them correct me. I've let them inform me, right? Because I know a lot and I'm enthusiastic and I can do, but I don't know everything. I can't be everywhere. I can't be that guy all the time with all the stuff. So I say I don't know readily because there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. And that's okay. I think that's a good place to start because then there's less pressure on you to be something that you're not. So passion, filling the gap, right? Finding that gap, making sure you stay true to, it's corny, but stay true to yourself, right? Just be yourself. Don't try and be something else. I almost did that a couple times. I posted a short where I was going to do a video on like this tactical fixed blade, and I was going to do a video on a rifle I have, and I'm not that guy, so I stopped. And then I wrote down consistent. So I've tried to be consistent over the past 2 weeks. Oh shoot, how many things have I posted? 15. I don't even know how to look it up to count. About a video every 2 days, and so I think I have 9 shorts and like 12 or 15 videos, something like that. 25 videos total. 25 is what it is. So a mix of shorts and long form. So 15 long form and like 10 shorts. I've tried to do a mix of both. I've tried to be consistent producing a video at least every 2 days. I'm trying to do one every day, but with my life, it's not really possible. And then I had one video do really well. It was weird. which I don't understand. It was a short of me in Goodwill, looking at the tool shelf in Goodwill and finding a sleeping bag, some jumper cables, and a pair of bolt cutters, which I was excited about because I never find like really good tools in Goodwill, or rarely find good tools. So I was super excited about these bolt cutters, right? Because it's a valuable tool to have in case you need them. And it shot up. It had like 17,000 views, which my most popular video had 17,000 views, one of my earlier get home bag videos. And that just blew me away. So there's like a peak in my activity based on that short. And I have no idea why that was popular. I don't have many comments on it. Like, I don't know. It's a mystery. But I had one do really well, and I think that kind of shot me up. But I've been pretty consistent, around 5,000 views a day, give or take, based on my video output. So consistency. I've tried to be consistent, and not just in producing content, but I've also tried to be consistent in interacting in the comments. I have tried to respond to every single comment. Now, I'm kind of dumb about losing comments. Like I'll be on the go and I'll see a comment, and sometimes I might forget to come back to it. But I have responded to, I feel like, about 90% of the comments that I've seen. And I just learned that I don't see all of my comments all the time. So I don't know what's going on there. That's a YouTube thing. But every comment that I get, I try to respond to. Even the bad ones. I give it a thumbs up and I'm like, hey, thanks for the advice. I try not to be a smart aleck in the comments, even though that's hard sometimes. But so I've picked something that I'm passionate about, that I have fun doing. I've tried to make content that I don't see other people doing. I've tried to keep it very low effort, very low effort. I can come out here, I'm doing this at, oh shoot, it's already 1 o'clock. After my family goes to bed, so I'll come out here, try and shoot a quick video. And right after I shoot this, I will go and load it. I won't edit it, I won't go back, I won't listen to it, I won't clean it up, nothing. Right? If my start is rough, I'll restart the video, but this is one shot, it's one take, and then I post it, and that's it. Low effort. And then I've tried to have a posture of, I don't know everything. A little bit of humility. And then consistency. So consistency in the content that I'm putting out and interaction in the comments. The last thing that I'll say is, this isn't really a cheat code, because I don't know that it is, but I am in the training world. So my career has been in training and development, learning and development. So I have a lot of hours getting up in front of people, communicating ideas, facilitating, presenting, teaching, those kind of things, training. So I have a lot of hours doing, thousands and thousands of hours doing that thing. So I knew that I would be better at video. I'm a terrible writer. I'm a terrible, like editing, doing all that, no interest in doing that. Talking to people, and the camera is the people, and explaining ideas and communicate, I'm good at that. I'm pretty good at that. So I felt like that skill would translate over to YouTube, and I feel like so far it is. So I'm just talking to the camera as if I was talking to an audience or a group of people, or some coworkers, right? So I do have a lot of experience, and it's one of my strengths, is to communicate relatively clearly and relatively concisely. And a goal of mine anytime I'm in front of people is to build trust with that audience. By being honest, transparent, a little bit vulnerable maybe. And I think that's hitting so far. I think that might be working for me. Now, you may not have that skill, so I've tried a couple videos that are out of character for me. I did a couple ASMR videos, and they were my worst ones. I don't mean in production value, I just mean the lowest amount of views. So that may be a YouTube thing where they're pushing it to a prepper audience, and preppers are like, what's ASMR? I'm not interested in that. And I had one that I did on marriage, like some marriage advice early on, like the first day. It's been 2 weeks early on. I think the first day I produced that video just to test it out and see if I got any traction, and it doesn't have very many views either. So I think the algorithm kind of puts your content out to the people you're intending it to go to and test it, and then when it does well, it's like, okay, let's get this out in front of more people. So, but I think that last one is a little bit of leverage on my part, just because I have a lot of experience. But if you don't have experience, speaking and communicating, do something else. Maybe there's videos out there that people watch where there's zero talking. They're just working on stuff, and I watch those too. I think there's room at the table for everybody. You just got to find that thing that you're already good at and just leverage that thing in your videos. See, that sounded like advice, right? Okay, so just to recap, 2 weeks, 5,000 watch hours, about 80,000 views, 1,500 subscribers, all organic. No tricks, no consultants. I mean, I've watched some videos on here. I was inspired by a couple that are like, if you're in your 40s, you have to start a YouTube. And then it was like, if you're in your 50s, you have to start a YouTube. One guy was like, if you're 80, you have to start a YouTube channel. So I was like, it's time. It's time for me to do this. So find something you're passionate about, maybe is fun for you and you have some expertise. Look to create content that doesn't already exist, like the content you wish was out there. And that'll be your niche, right? And that thing about cool, I guess that would be my one piece of advice. Remember, what's going to be cool next is the opposite of what's currently cool. So whatever the style of production, the opposite is going to be cool pretty soon. Keep it real. Don't try to be something you're not. Don't try and fake it. Keep it low effort. Say you don't know, like have a dose of humility and transparency with your audience. I think that's always a good thing to do. And then try your best to be consistent, not only in putting out content, but in interacting with the comments and the people who are watching your videos. I assume if you get real big, that might not be possible, but so far it seems to be working pretty well. And then lastly, do something that kind of leans into your strength. Figure out what your strength is, what you're good at already, and try and figure out a way to turn that into videos, right? Then it's enjoyable. It's fun. I don't feel any pressure when I'm doing these videos. It feels like a great time. It fills my cup. So, okay, this is Mike Tango Whiskey again. I hope if this video is just for my audience, that's great. If it goes outside of that, I think that's great too. Hopefully it'll inspire, maybe folks who aren't traditionally content creators to kind of get in this game. And I'm not making any money yet. I did get an email from a flashlight company saying they would send me a free flashlight and be like, can you review this? But people in my comments are like, don't become a shill. Like, don't start selling products. I don't know. I like free flashlights though. So anyway, it's late. I got to go to bed. I wish you all the best. And if you haven't started a channel and you want to, start a channel. Maybe some YouTube experts out there can watch this and figure out what I'm doing well that has helped me so far and pass that information on to other people. But anyway, this is Mike Tango Whiskey, and I am all clear.